and welcome to our program. Today we're going to look into a group of animals with a common diet, but that greatly vary in the ways that they consume this food. We call them the pizza eaters. Along our journey today, we'll find all sorts of subspecies within this group, each with a unique and interesting means for consumption. Start our journey at the Hickory Tree Pizzeria. This place is crawling with all sorts of pizza-loving creatures. Look here, we got ourselves a plane eater. These little fellows are the most common of their species. Notice the very basic way in which he devours a slice, with one hand under the crust, the other supporting the bottom as she guides the point of the triangle into her mouth. It's fascinating stuff. This creature is also commonly named the flat eater, given the one-dimensional manner in which he eats. The flat eater struggles from time to time, as his method can be very messy. Notice the tomato sauce on the corners of his mouth. And as he picks up his second slice, the cheese nearly slides onto his lap. Now, on to our next destination, the typical American household. Let's go in and see what we can find. Wow, we're in for a real treat here. Directly ahead, you've got one of my favorite. This here is what we call a pizza folder. Now, notice how she bends her pizza into a U shape that serves as a boat for her toppings. Folders are notorious for being problem solvers. They're very good at finding solutions. The way that they eat is fast, efficient, and not so messy. The main issue that folders occasionally run into is the grease strip that runs down the crease as it looks a funnel. And to our right here, we have the rarest of them all. See, this is what we here call a roller. Watch as he takes the pizza from the tip and rolls it to the crust. Now she's ready to dive into her burrito. Rollers are typically the creative ones. They're capable of thinking outside of the box and always willing to show their individuality. You must be careful around these ones though. They're ravenous and hungry, so you better keep your fingers away from their mouths. This, a group of teenagers enjoying a pie watching TV. Look, we've got a plane eater over here. And what's this? A utensil user? This is a particularly bothersome sort. I've always found that a fork and knife ruins the novelty of ordering out. They tend to add an unnecessary elegance to something that just isn't elegant. What is so hard to understand about finger food? This species is famous for the manner in which they carry themselves. Some may even call them uppity food snobs for their condescending and supercilious attitudes. Their method is terribly inefficient and makes it nearly impossible to eat standing up or even sitting on the couch, restricting them to eating only where a table is available. Now we're going to take a peek into Whole Foods, where we're guaranteed to find a very special type of pizza bar. Look, I can already spot one from here. See, we call these napkin dabbers. Notice the way he blocks his pizza to rid it of the oil before he devours it. The napkin dabbers are infamous for being oil-phobic, napkin-clutching whiners. A napkin dabber is often heard complaining that his pizza is drowning in yellow-orange grease, declaring himself a health nut, and swearing that he'll start his gluten-free kick after the holidays. Thanks for joining us today on our journey discovering the different species of pizza eaters. We hope that the next time you're in a pizzeria or at your local Whole Foods, you take the time to sit back and observe nature as it runs its course. Hello, and welcome to our program. Today, we're going to look into a group of animals with a common diet, but that are Along our journey today, we'll find all sorts of subspecies within this group, each with a unique and interesting means for to our next destination, your typical American household. I'll try again.
Oh.
No, sorry. There's some basic way in which he eats a slice. With one hand under the crust, the other supporting the bottom as he guides the point of the triangle into it. I can't do this. Gotta try again. Stop, Aiden. I don't have this much video space on my phone. Look here. We got ourselves a plane eater. These little fellows are the most common of their species. Look here. We got ourselves a plane eater. Our journey at the Hickory Tree Pizzeria. Our journey at the Hickory Tree. I can't. Let's take a peek into Whole Foods. We're going to take a step into Whole Foods, where we're